Folks, you have caught us on the single largest intake day we have ever had. We've got Shina working hard over there. Callie's around the corner working on another batch. And look at this. Look at, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I am not even going to count it. We've got overflow boxes on the floor over here. And in this video, I just kind of want to take you guys behind the scenes into what a standard intake day looks like around here that we are doing at this point twice a week. In the future, it may go up in volume, the number of days per week we're checking this stuff. I want to also give you an insider tip as to a huge update that we just released today that in reality may exacerbate this problem for us in the coming weeks through the rest of April, and may also be a good chance for you guys to make a little bit of extra money as well. And I also just want to show you guys the kinds of cool games and random items that are coming in here every day. So we've got Sean's batch that is getting processed right here, looking real nice. Bunch of Grand Theft Autos and, well, ooh, wow, multiple copies of Saints Row. This guy must be a big Saints Row fan. But I asked the team, what is the coolest stuff that's come in so far? And they gave me a couple little tips. Final Fantasy V Advance. That's a beautiful copy. That's definitely not the kind of thing that we'll be able to sell on Amazon, but always really cool to see it. It feels complete in there. And then there were also over here, by the way, shout out to our brand new storage system, which have I shown you guys this yet on this channel? I don't know if I have. But we have a bunch of, not plastic, these are metal and wood shelves. They are some sturdy boys. So sturdy shelves for a sturdy business. 32X is cool, but Sega Sports 36 great holes. I don't know, I might pass. But we've got also some uncommon titles here. The Atelier series, Fae Farm. What else do we have in here with some beautiful custom spines? Sonic Superstars. Ooh, Atari 50. I love these so much, man. All right, Ryan, what batch problem are you working through over here?
Well, someone sent in extra games, so I had to go through all of these to locate these.
So there were 4 games that you counted in the batch that weren't on the invoice.
6 total.
Oh, 6. Jeez. Yeah. They really missed some stuff. Well, congrats, Paul. You're actually going to be getting a little bit higher of a payout potentially on these games than you really thought, unless there are some naughty ones in here that we have to deduct for.
That is true. I have to go through these.
We'll see. Sometimes there will be like missing discs or like, condition issues that are significant, like water damage that we'll have to deduct for. But that could be a pleasant little surprise for Paul here today. And would you look at this? We have freaking Curtis sending us a batch with little notes trying to get little freebies from us. Really, Curtis Summers? I'm calling you out, dude. Okay, actually, honestly, you know what? I love you again. This batch is very beautiful. Wow, I asked if we got any cool stuff in, and neither of you even mentioned the complete TurboGrafx games.
Yeah, super cool.
You don't like the TurboGrafx, Shina?
I've never had it, so I wish I knew.
Well, I can't say that I have either, but they are still cool, and they're all very expensive, it looks like. Ninja Spirit, Blazing Lasers. You remember what any of these were worth?
They were worth 100 plus on a lot of them.
100
plus
on these?
Amazon, yeah.
Okay, on Amazon, but
Amazon.
What was the sales rank? Like 3 million?
No sales rank.
Yeah, that makes sense. No sales rank on these bad boys. Who knows what they price chart for us? Somewhere in the 50 plus range,
Something
I would guess.
Around there,
yeah. You guys may be wondering, Caleb, what is this big event that you have been hinting at this whole time? And the event is, for the first time ever in the history of Quick Flips, April, we are introducing the $40 Frenzy. $40 Frenzy. What that means is that for every single game, not just games like these that are on our hot list, but every game that is on price charting, if it is $40 in value or higher, like these beautiful, what is this? TurboGrafx 16 games. Did I call this Virtual Boy earlier? Did I just expose myself as a fake gamer, or did I say TurboGrafx?
I'm pretty sure you said TurboGrafx.
Okay. If you have games like these TurboGrafx games, and they are worth more than $40 in price charting value, guess what? For all of April, we're offering 60% of market value, and that's not trade, that's cash. I have never heard of a game store, never heard of a website or any kind of resale business offering such a high flat cash percentage for mid to high dollar games, but we're experimenting with it in April. I told another reseller that just yesterday, and he was like, wait, aren't you kind of scared of what could happen with that? And honestly, we don't know whether it's something that we will ever do again. The idea is that it gets our users excited, gets them really good deals on their stuff. Some of it, right, like these kinds of games we'll probably have to break even on, because either if we're like selling something obscure and high dollar like this on Encore or in wholesale, we're not gonna make a lot of money on it. But we're hoping that we get enough other stuff during this event that can go on Amazon that we will be able to make some solid money on that. And if we just break even on the, R types and stuff like that, it'll be worth it. So anyway, that's only going on until the end of April. If you've got a bunch of mid to high dollar stuff that you've been sitting on and just waiting for the right opportunity, I'm here to tell you, this is that opportunity. Well, folks, as the game stacks are spreading here, I've been off doing my own thing, pretty much just shirking my job, and these things are growing. But I realized, China, we haven't even introduced you on the channel yet. This is the newest addition to the Quick Flips team, and she has a very interesting backstory. So where the heck, what was your previous employment?
So I used to work at Game Exchange in Kentucky. So if some of you guys are from Game Exchange, hello, I did it. I'm here at Phoenix Resale.
You've made it.
I did it. And if you guys are Filipinos as well, I'm Filipino, so put all those Filipino flags in the comments.
There you go. So I'm curious to hear, like, as someone who, and people probably should know also that you didn't start as a regional manager at Game Exchange. You started as a manager in training. Oh my gosh, this chair. I almost just sunk through it. Look at this thing. This is the quality you can expect at Phoenix Resale, folks. All of our stuff is broken and may injure you. You started as a manager in training, became a manager. We're so good you became a regional manager. So you've not only managed a single game store, but multiple. So as a former game store manager, answer for me, what do you think most regional or like regular managers actually feel about resellers coming in?
Honestly, like it really depends. Like the culture is really what's most important. So, if resellers do come in, of course, some people feel a certain type of way. But most of the time when we work at those types of stores, it's just like a regular customer. If anything, it's a guaranteed person that is willing to, be excited about the same stuff that you get into. And you're like, oh, hey, check this out. We got this in today. This would be great if you sold it,
And I met you when you were a manager in training. And even then, you hooked me up with some deals.
Oh, yeah.
Because there was some stuff that Game Exchange couldn't buy.
Right.
And you were like loudly saying, oh, we can't buy these limited run Switch games from you. And
right, so it was during a Switch challenge.
Yeah, I bolted out to the parking lot and was like, wait, sir, I'll give you cash.
Right, so I mean, if anything, it's super cool to see like resellers. And it's just a great feeling when everybody likes the same thing you like, especially with video games. So.
And hopefully can spend some solid money too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you haven't already, to my Game Exchange people, definitely check out Quick Flips. If you find some really underpriced stuff at our stores, I'm sure there's plenty. We definitely do buy a lot of stuff, especially in this month's special.
Yeah, we could do some business. That'd be cool to have some sort of a partnership there.
Absolutely.
But Shina's been revolutionizing our like repairs section. And by revolutionizing, I mean building from scratch, essentially.
Yeah.
Because up until this point, we had like bins larger than these, just stacked with defective handhelds. And she came in and was like, nope, we're not doing that anymore.
Absolutely.
Because she actually knows how to fix stuff. So once we get, these batches processed and everyone paid, she'll probably hop back over into our new repairs corner and keep doing some work. Hold on, we're getting it on camera.
We're getting...
Shiny, you want to ask the question again? What did you just ask our man?
I said, how much you deadlift, man?
No, she actually just said, how much can you lift? Just generally.
Just the number. Yeah, let me just humble brag on the internet. You know? You said
You don't have.
failure.
You don't have to. You don't have to. But I do. I am curious about our new storage system.
So, our new storage system. This is our probably 100.
Oh, nice little advertisement, by the way.
You can't even be like coy about it. It's gonna be direct, right? So this has gone through what, like 3 different iterations at this point.
Yeah, it's been a
So-
lot.
Yeah. So Caleb and I started talking a couple weeks ago. Mostly Caleb's idea to go through and try to make things a lot more simple and easier for the intake team. So whenever we're processing games and things like that, it's trying to reduce the number of places that we put things. So the 3 main ways that we put things out are through wholesale, through regular, and then through obviously our refurbs. Over here, we got a section for Encore. So trying to see how Encore does for us, make sure that it performs as we need. But yeah, and then our wholesale bins here. There's a whole lot more to it than what I'm giving a broad brushstroke over, but as simple as it looks, it was really complicated and it was really well thought out. So.
Well, and the whole thing used to look like these shelves. We would wait and sort games by title, and wait until we had like 4, 5, 6 of them to then pull them all from the shelf and list them by title, which would save us a lot of time on listing, but it took a ton of time both on intake and on sorting, trying to get all of our hot list games all sorted like this. So this new system is much more categorical and will take a little bit more time on listing,
Yep.
but on intake, which was our real bottleneck, hopefully it'll help.
But overall, it's gonna be a more smooth process. What I think is funny though is that when we if you look back 6, 7 months ago, 8 months ago, however long it was, I got here, this was the inverted version of what we had right there. We're trying to say.
Right, this used to be like the entirety of our storage system, and then eventually we doubled or tripled it and moved it over there, and now this is like version 3.
And we're just full circle at this point. So.
Yeah, who's to say? Stay tuned for version 4, folks. All right, Ryan, you're not getting out of this. First of all, what are you working on over here? Is this work? That looks gross.
I'm working on a new shipment from Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Just got it open.
Looks like some lovely little hot list stuff. What is your background?
My background is in advertising. Made my way here, and I'm kind of shy.
And now you're stacking up N64 dominoes here.
Yes, sir.
What's a weird fact about yourself?
I met Leslie Nielsen one time.
Who's that?
And when you finish Googling who that is, you'll know that he was in The Naked Gun.
Okay.
And I met him one time, so.
That is kind of cool. I'm glad I didn't meet him, and he'd probably be like, "What? You haven't heard of me?"
That's peak comedy. Well, he's also dead now, but
What's a?
Naked Gun, Leslie Nielsen. Yeah, that's big comedy, dog.
I met him.
That is extremely impressive to me.
He was a lovely gentleman.
Is that in
He's
the
a lovely
90s?
gentleman.
What's the best line from it?
Why is OJ in this film?
No.
That might be too controversial.
Is that the one where they're like, "It's not impossible," and "Don't call me Shirley"?
Yeah.
That's Airplane.
Is that Airplane?
That's Airplane.
That's Airplane.
You don't even know this movie, dude?
It's a Leslie Nielsen movie.
A nice little thank you note. Thank you too, Christopher. This is one of my favorite things when I'm processing a batch like this one from Aaron. A little price sticker of what Aaron paid $3 on this game that he just got $12 for from us. They're these little hints, little clues of profit all over this little business. So, Aaron, nice job finding this bad boy, and congrats on the $9 profit.
This game.
It was a cartoon.
I think it's NES. What is it?
An NES game.
Yeah, NES game.
Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Wait, I've seen that guy before.
He's the villain.
Oh,
Whoa. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this box before.
that's cool.
What does the cartridge look like?
Ooh, good question.
Wow.
Good gloss and everything.
I don't even recognize this game. I don't know if I've seen this in loose condition before. Do you recognize this, Shina?
I have not.
Yeah, it looks like an NES game.
Not to be confused with PlayStation 5.
Right. You know, folks, I have to say, as we've done more of this vlog format today, I'm becoming more and more convinced we may need more of it. I can't believe I've been just droning on by myself in this dark basement with no other... Why are you laughing?
All your
Are you-
videos is like, Caleb has no friends. And then now you have friends.
What?
No, you guys,
She's laughing that I'm
have
lonely?
Not watched his videos. His videos literally say Caleb has no friends. And I was like, aw. Now we're his friends. Wait, was that
That's
right?
brutal. I'm used to getting roasted by the comments, but not by my own friends. Jeez.
See?
We're your friends. Don't listen to Shauna.
At least I've got someone, man.
He was
That's-
like, we're gonna have game night. And then it's just him playing by himself.
Bro, stop, please.
And I'm like, oh, he's in his basement alone.
let the man breathe.
It would be
Like,
so
she's like,
weird if he had like every friend that he has following him around the thing. Like, see, I got friends.
We're his posse now. That's why.
It's like 30 people following him around.
All right, we've got a package here from our man Sokrath, who, how did you describe these games?
Juicers.
Shina calls these juicers. Sokrath loves to send really cool stuff. We love getting his boxes. We've got Ys. I don't know if I've ever seen this premium edition of Ys 1 and 2 Chronicles. Wow. What does this even look like? This is like wider than an average.
I've never seen that PSP case before.
Like, why is it so wide? I don't get it. Oh, because it looks like there's a soundtrack inside. That's really cool. What else do we have in here? This is a 9-game batch for $225. We've got Blaz Blue. Is that how you say it, or do you say Blaze Blue?
I say Blaze Blue, but that's like the 7th Blaze Blue game he sent us. It's cool.
Check this out. Wow. Yeah, big Dragon Quest man as well, Sokrath is. Whoa. Oh, it's Blu-ray.
Wow.
That's cool. So you get the Blu-ray and the PS3 game all in one. Atelier Sotori? Adventure of Arland? Whoa, Trails. I've made that mistake before. Trails of Cold Steel. Oh, is this one that you've been looking for?
No, it's not a common game, and
Okay.
usually they're always like pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think any of these are common. Oh, check that out. It's sealed in there. That's cool, and it looks
That's
like
so
comes with
cool.
like an art book or something. Trails in the Sky, Popolo Croy? How do you say that? Croyce? Another one I've literally never seen before. Gungnir? I can't even pronounce these games.
These
And then
are so
Dissidia.
cool.
Wow, appreciate it, Sokrat. That was a really cool batch. Oh, dang. We got some more complete in box stuff over here. I didn't even see Star Fox. This might be our first complete Star Fox that we've gotten.
Really?
Flashback. We saw that one already. Ooh, Bugs Bunny. That's beautiful. So, folks, I guess the takeaway for me from today is that I should make more vlogs and apparently make more friends.